started with What the Wreck, man. Let's get started on this glorious Thursday. We are pre-recording this on a Wednesday. We have a training and development session tomorrow, so we are pre-recording this. So don't worry. We still have a lot to talk about, but we may not. If there's anything that happens after Wednesday at 10 o'clock, we may not be talking about it yet until the next time. So we still have a lot to talk about, but first and foremost, how is your day going, Daryl?
Well, as you can see, I'm in beautiful San Francisco.
Oh, you're not supposed to be traveling, but I get it. It's a beautiful place.
Well, I'm social distancing. You'll notice that there is no one around me.
There is. You are alone. So, I understand.
Yep, just me and the Golden Gate here.
You and the Golden Gate. Sure, not Iowa.
Actually, it's me, the Golden Gate, and my awesome coffee because it's early in the morning and I definitely need the Java.
Yeah, Java is important when we've got all of this important travel to do to San Francisco. I'm currently in my office, so that's not as much travel, but without the traffic, it goes pretty well. So can't complain about it. But let's jump into the world of sports. And are you now a Bundesliga fan?
You know what? I have not had a chance to catch the games.
There's nothing else to do. But no, the Bundesliga did start. It's funny to watch social media and everyone who didn't know what this league was. It's the top German soccer league. It still isn't the best league in the world, but it's one of the top leagues in the world. So I enjoyed it. Watched a little Schalke, watched a little Bayern München, all those kind of German words that I do know, like eins, zwei, drei. But it was interesting. The weirdest part about watching this was the echoes and actually being able to hear the players, because there were no fans whatsoever. Players on the bench were 6 feet apart, wearing masks. Everyone was pretty much wearing a mask except the players. They came out with different rules, regulations about players being able to enter to the field at a certain time and not at the same time, even though they're on the field. So it brought up the confusion of what coronavirus is and what this world looks like of, okay, these are rules for separation. However, soccer is a contact sport. And they run, they headbutt, and they weren't supposed to do any celebrations that high-fived or hugged or touched one another. But at the same time, there are still corner kicks and all these plays within soccer that creates contact. Plus, one of the things that they did see is if any players were celebrating too close, they switched the cameras off to a different part of the field and didn't show the celebration. So it's again a very confusing world. However, I watched a bunch of soccer and I enjoyed it. The other thing that we can celebrate is that the Atlanta United team is the MLS Special Champion winners.
Nice.
They won another trophy. I watched the final versus Kansas City. It was everything I wanted in sports.
Are they gonna get another star now or what?
See, I don't think so. But
works.
That would be amazing. They'll get some sort of virtual trophy. We're hoping for a Zoom ticker tape parade.
Maybe it's like a virtual star.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
Star. It's a hologram star.
It was one of the first things I've ever posted on Reddit. I got my first 100 upvotes. I don't understand it, and I'm pretty sure that's not anything to brag about, so I am going to keep moving forward. But it was very interesting. One of the funny parts about it, Daryl, was I had to call my friend and say, hey, I'm missing sports so much that I am watching this game like a real game. And I was cheering and saying, like, no, pass the ball, go, go. And so if you don't know about the EMLS, professional sports has been moving towards esports and going on gaming. And so we've signed one of the best players. His name is, oh gosh, I am blanking on it, but it's like starts with a P, ends with an O. I think it's Paulo, but I really don't remember it. So I'm not going to keep playing the name game. But he played with one of our Atlanta United players, and it was kind of a home and away event, and it was Franco Escobar, and it was a really exciting match. But again, it was one of those funny parts where I had to pause and go, oh gosh, I am cheering for a video game real aggressively and telling people, and they were showing replays of Atlanta United games, and I still was cheering. I was like,
there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing.
But I was at those games, so I probably knew what was happening. I was like, oh, they're gonna score pretty soon, don't they? And I know it's not one of those things where I have that full memory, but
if football guys can relive their glory days and cheer for the high school game that happened 50 years ago, soccer players can do it too.
Hey, class of '89, had 2 tackles in the state championship, won the game, man. Go Broncos, man. But
party, we threw the pigskin around.
But that's the part where with soccer, I can't help it. Like if you've ever come to my office, you're not going to be confused who my favorite team is. I just recently bought, and this is one of my favorite things now, I recently bought a Nashville inaugural match, and you're like, but that's Nashville. What? That's not Atlanta United. Boom. Other side. Here we go. It's double-sided. It's the game that I went to in Nashville. It was the opening game for Atlanta United versus Nashville. This is Nashville's first game ever, and just like how New York Red Bulls ruined our opening game at home, Atlanta United ruined Nashville's, and it was a great time up there. I'm excited about the scarf. It will be added to my collection of scarves that has grown. Not going to say how much I spent on it, but as an adult now with disposable income, I'm going to say I'm proud of what I bought. It wasn't too expensive, but comparably, maybe I could have done better.
And you got to pick up that stuff now, because once you start having kids, there's no such thing as disposable income.
Oh, no. And that's exactly it.
There's no such thing as disposable anything except diapers, man. Because
it's more environmental.
My 2-year-old was with the storms. We had thunderstorms come through Morrow last night, and my 2-year-old does not do well with that. So I was up quite a bit.
Yeah, I bet.
So
that'd be
hence the coffee this morning, guys.
I can see the storms kept waking me up. I was I think I woke up like every 2 hours, and it was annoying. I just was not getting the full night's sleep. I think this morning I woke up at like 6 o'clock, and I was up, and it was one of those things where you can try and fall back asleep and lay down flat, but you're probably not gonna get that. But again, sleep is important. I will tonight try and make up for it and get back into the realm of it. Maybe it was just too much sugar. Maybe it was the excitement of being able to record with you today, Daryl. I can't decide. But what have you been doing lately?
Well, since I was up last night and trying to get my 2-year-old to go back to sleep, I took that opportunity to finally sit down and watch the Rise of Skywalker, the 9th installment in the Skywalker saga in Star Wars. And I've always been a pretty big Star Wars fan. I wasn't a huge fan of the prequels when they came out. Revenge of the Sith was good, but the other two, not so much.
A lot to be desired.
It was the lightsaber fights were the best part. That's what they focused on, and they didn't give a crap about the rest of it. But
they wanted to sell the lightsabers.
And they still do, but and we'll get into that in a second, actually, because I had an idea for a new group exercise class. But my point is, having finally watched it, and I'd read the critic reviews of it. I'd not read any of the plot synopses or anything like that. I kind of knew where it was going to go, just based on what friends had said, because it's been out for what, 6 months now, something like that. So. Something like that, and it just got put on Disney Plus a couple weeks ago. So, which by the way, Disney Plus is not paying us for this, but if you have the chance, there's a lot of really good content on Disney Plus.
There is, and they aren't paying for us again. I know I worked there at one time, and this is one of those opportunities that when you have worked at Disney World, you bring up any opportunity to let people know you worked at Disney World. It's my go-to, and you're correct about Disney Plus. It is amazing. I may or may not have bought the 3-year subscription because 2 things I love in this world most, and that's Disney and deals. And I think I maybe saved $45 overall, but
we're actually splitting it. We're splitting it with my brother because you're allowed to have so many profiles.
Oh yeah.
So my brother pays for the family one for Disney Plus, and we pay for the family one for Netflix, and just share all the passwords.
See, and that's nice. We split because I have 3 siblings and then my parents, so we split between that. However, I'm not as good at collecting money for things like this, so I think only my older sister has paid me for it. But
yeah, that's why we just each took one service and just said, it's just way easier to do it this way.
Overall, too, I think it's only like since I got the deal, I bought the 3 years. I think it's like $3 a month. So I'm not gonna harp over like $100 because it's family.
At the end of the day, family's family. It's not that. It's not
primarily, I told them it was going to be part of their Christmas gifts and birthday gifts for the next few years.
There you go. That's what
you're like. You could have got this one, but now you get all this Disney Plus. So okay, off of Disney.
So with the Rise of Skywalker, I mean, I saw Last Jedi and I was not impressed at all. It's not as bad as Phantom Menace was. Phantom Menace still ranks bottom of the pack for all of those.
Or Binks.
Oh my god. The worst character ever. Single-handedly brought down the Jedi. Nice.
Yeah.
So I thought that the conspiracy theory that Jar Jar was actually a Sith and like his whole point of being there was to mess everybody up. That would have been a good plot point, but it's been proven false. So
but I think it could be still like
unfortunately. But I was excited for J.J. Abrams to come back. I loved The Force Awakens. That worked out really well. I feel like the Rise of Skywalker kind of fixed some of the problems that Last Jedi created.
Yeah.
Which was nice. I love that they were able to put Carrie Fisher in as much as they had.
They did very good at that.
Yeah, even though she died either right before filming or during filming.
Yeah, I think during.
They managed to use what the footage they had of her, plus some of the deleted scenes from Last Jedi. Plus hologram work, some the CGI de-aging thing.
Yep.
Which was that flashback lightsaber training fight between her and Luke. That worked. That was pretty cool.
That was a very good scene. That was interesting what they can do now.
But one of the things that really got me that I wish they explored a little more, because they didn't. They kind of just did a throwaway line for it, was this Force connection between Rey and Kylo Ren. Because oh, by the way, spoiler alert! Major.
That's spoiler. All we're going to spoil is everything.
These two they have such a deep connection. Apparently, not sure when that happened, but they have such a deep connection through the Force that they can physically touch each other when they're not in the same place.
Well, aren't they related?
No, it turns out
they're not related.
No, they are not.
Okay, see, I couldn't.
Everybody. The theory was that Rey was Kylo Ren's sister or something.
Yeah, they were gonna redo that plot point of the siblings in love.
And that's kind of one of the things that they fixed from Jedi is that they kind of were moving toward that whole Luke and Leia thing again, but they didn't. They didn't want to do it.
Yeah. She is related to the big guy, right?
Again, major spoilers. So if you've not seen
it, the big guy.
If you've not seen it, skip ahead like a minute. on the video here. But yeah, so it turns out Rey is the Emperor's granddaughter.
Okay, that's it.
Which I totally called in Force Awakens, by the way. And if you want to go back in my Facebook pages, or my Facebook page back then, I totally called it. Just based on his fighting style, I kind of saw that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it turns out that Rey, that's who Rey is. And then Kylo, as we know, is a descendant of the Skywalkers, of the Skywalker line. So it worked out really well. I thought it ended well. I thought it was a really good rounding out of the saga.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like that Lando came back finally.
Yeah. Lando was great.
So
that was a great way to bring him back. So
yeah,
I think
pretty well.
I think it's really interesting. Well,
it's also nice to watch something like that after having to watch Tiger King.
That's amazing. Don't talk ill.
If you want a brief synopsis on what happened with Tiger King, you can go back and watch our Matinee Monday video that is posted on YouTube and to our Instagram.
That's a great video too. We're going to look back on this time and go, wow, that is golden content. Like, can't believe people had this opportunity to see Daryl and Spencer. Like, it's just, where has the time gone? It felt like only yesterday, which technically when you see this, it'll be 3 days ago. But yeah. It was pretty amazing. Well, you know what has space? Electricity. You know what electricity helps? The internet. You know what you play on the internet? Esports. All right. Did you like how I transitioned there? It's pretty good. The best transitions kind of make it a story and a journey. And so esports, I've been getting into gaming. I now have Discord. I have Twitch. I don't understand either of them, but pretty excited to get into it. I own a Switch. I have not played it, but I have gotten the Nintendo Online. I own 2 games. Animal Crossing, New Horizon, and Mario Kart, which again, that's how you know I don't play video games very much, is I could not remember what 2 games I owned. But I am excited.
I have no idea what Animal Crossing is. I've heard of this, obviously, but I've been a Mario Kart guy since the beginning. Okay, since the first one came out with Super Nintendo. That Spencer, back when you were like 2, and it came out, because I'm having fun with you. But yeah, so
2 is when I peaked.
I have not been able. I've played the Switch version of Mario Kart, but I do not own a Switch yet. I stress yet. So maybe if that second round of stimulus comes through, we can actually get that figured out. So
sorry, girls, we're gonna have to get a Switch.
They've been wanting to play Mario Kart. Okay, so.
Yeah, no, that'd be it. Like family gifts. This is what we get.
For those of you who don't understand that reference, I have 3 daughters. So when Spencer says "sorry, girls," he's referring to my kids. So
yeah, that's just it. I got the.
Maybe we can bring them on the show at some point.
I think they probably would run it a lot better than us, and so it's not our fault. They're just amazing human beings, and with these esports,
let's get back to esports here.
I'm playing FIFA on the PS4. And I know I was talking Switch to FIFA, but I'm just talking about games in general. So I'm playing FIFA, FIFA 20. My friends are teaching me more about it. I understand soccer very well. Don't understand video games very well. So I'm trying to combine those 2 into one. And that's why when I was watching the EMLS, I was mostly watching for the strategy and how they play defense, because I am horrible at defense on esports. It is not. I am all about the scoring and not very good at defense. However, I've gotten better at it. And again, that's the interesting part about the world we're in now is 2 summers ago, it was all about being outside and playing Pokemon Go. And now this summer is going to be about staying inside and playing Animal Crossing. And this is just reminds you that Nintendo runs the world. It really is. It's all based on that. I can't complain about it, but hopefully I can start giving. We can do a spin-off, and it'll be called Spencer's Animal Crossings. And I will tell you, I planted a tree today, and I have pears. And I went fishing.
Think we should do a whole hour of just you playing Animal Crossing.
Yeah, just have my own Twitch account where it's just me trying to play video games and not understanding it. I think it'd be interesting. However, my whole life is a reality show. People just don't get to watch it, so sorry for them. But I'm excited about Animal Crossing because, again, I have 3 siblings, and out of them, 2 of them own a Switch, and they both have Animal Crossing. And so I'm putting more investing into this hobby. I bought the holder. I don't know what it's called. I think it has rubber handles, and it helps me hold the Switch easy. I brought the carrying case just in case I ever want to take it anywhere with me. Those were actually on sale. Again, I love sales. And then I bought the screen protector on it, which took me not too much time, actually. This is one of the first screen protectors that I was able to put on first application and not redo it because I messed up. So
Nice.
Pretty excited about it. Being able to now, I'll be able to travel to my brother's and my sister's islands. I really just need help thinking of an island name. So if you have any advice, let me know. I can take it offline because we would be spending 30 minutes talking about lives and islands. I was thinking originally just calling it Fire Island after the great documentary and the failed attempt.
We could do a whole show and a half on the fire incident.
God, that is
right,
amazing.
Tell you what, let's put this to the fans. Okay, so if you're watching this and you play Animal Crossing, if you could help Spencer name his island on Animal Crossing, give him a quick email at spenceremerson@clayton.edu.
And that's Spencer with 2 S's. Don't forget that. If you spent C, you're just going to get it back. Because Spencer, 2 S's, it stands for special. So, you can't help it. If I'm indispensable, So it's just how it works. Which that's my Pokemon Go name. So if anyone wants to play Pokemon Go, hit me up on that too.
How about this for an island name? Suspense Island.
Suspense Island. I was thinking of just naming it after the Scooby-Doo Island.
There you go.
Like Mystery Island or something like that.
Mystery Island?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Mystery Island. I thought that would just be a good reference. I'm really just trying to look into previous islands, things that were big. Something that would make me laugh because I really enjoyed that.
If you're looking for a big island, I hear Greenland is kind of big.
I heard Greenland is good, but I heard it's actually cold. So how is Iceland green, but Greenland's
with Vikings. That's
Vikings?
the answer for that.
That's it. That's actually how it makes sense.
Vikings were raiding, along the North Sea there, and the inhabitants of Iceland said, "Well, let's tell them about this other land that we know about that's desolate and ridiculous, but we'll call it Greenland and get them to go over there."
We'll just confuse everybody. But
that was around the time that Leif Erikson actually discovered America. Suck it, Columbus. So anyway, let's move on because now we're getting political.
Yeah, now we can move. You know what? Let's finish it with. Have you watched The Last Dance?
I have not.
Neither have I, and that's the best way to end a show is talking about a show you've never.
So much drama over it. Oh my gosh! I've actually, how on Facebook you can snooze friends for 30 days.
Oh, yeah.
I've had to do that because people are fighting about whether LeBron is better than Michael Jordan or Kobe is better than Michael Jordan or, I've never been a huge basketball fan. In the 90s, I was a Michael Jordan fan because everybody was back then.
You had to be. Except, I was a big Pistons fan, so.
But here's the thing. My Michael Jordan fanitude, or whatever you want to call it, started and ended with Space Jam.
Oh gosh, that's one of my favorites.
So, maybe we could. Oh, well, maybe we should do that one for movie matinees one day.
I would. I think in 2 weeks we could definitely, because they're supposed to be coming out with Space Jam 2. So
They've been saying that since LeBron got big.
But I think
that it has never come down the pipeline.
He's worn a hat. He's shown the idea of it happening. Him and Bugs Bunny have been beefing on Instagram or Twitter. So there's a good chance that it really is going to happen. With Michael Jordan and this Last Dance, it's funny because, again, neither of us have really... I've watched the first episode of it, and I meant to watch more. But really all it gives is that people in their 50s now can argue about sports again. And it just brings up a lot of just old history to bring it back into relevancy, which it's not, because it's so long ago and it's about sports. And I love sports, but I don't know why we're bringing up this new beef.
Okay,
LeBron
you know what?
I
just looked it up on IMDb because obviously that's where you go to figure this stuff out. And it actually finally has an IMDb page.
Does it?
This says it's called Space Jam: A New Legacy. It's supposed to come out next July, July 2021.
Boom.
It does not have a very long synopsis. All it says is NBA superstar LeBron James teams up with Bugs Bunny and the rest of the Looney Tunes for this long-awaited sequel. That's all it says. But it does link a few other people. So LeBron James playing himself. Sonequa Martin Green, if you know who that is, she was on The Walking Dead for a while. She's listed. Don Cheadle is listed on here. Martin Kleba, and I don't know if you've ever seen the pirate movies. He was the short guy with the big cannon.
Oh.
Marty. His name was Marty. Yeah, Marty. Let's see who else is on here. Doesn't look like there's a lot of like really well-known names, but I mean this has a full cast on here, so it looks like maybe this is actually happening.
It's very interesting. I think
Crazy.
I think I could get into that. I like LeBron James. Again, it's the hardest part about being a LeBron James and a Michael Jordan fan at any time was that they both had great rivalries with the Detroit Pistons. And I will always be a Pistons fan. I mostly just like LeBron when he became a villain because I am a big just anti-opinion, like, hey, LeBron's the best of all time. No, he's the worst. Oh, he's a villain. I can't believe he went to start this super team. Well, Boston did it first, and you guys didn't complain about that. So I love him. It's just always going to be a mix. I mostly just like getting a rise out of people when it comes to sports because, long story short, it doesn't care. It doesn't matter. It's not going to change your lives. But I enjoyed talking with you, Daryl. Do you have anything?
It's your turn this week for the dad joke.
Oh, okay. Hey, Daryl, what makes a joke a dad joke? It's apparent.
Nice.
I've said that before. And it's going to be my best one ever.
With that, everyone, we are going to sign off. Thank you for watching. If you have anything that you would like us to discuss on the air, just give us a quick shout out. You can reach us through Instagram or through email.
Yeah, we're on the social medias, man. We're cool.
And next week we'll be back on Thursdays. So that's Thursdays at noon. And until then, everybody have a great Memorial Day weekend, and we'll see you.
And don't forget, Monday matinee, we're going to be talking about the movie Parasite. So that will be this upcoming Monday at noon. Again, all our shows are at noon. It's not even a show. All of our discussions are at noon. I would not call this a show. It lacks that production, but it creates a great entertainment. So Parasite, upcoming Monday. Our shows are at noon because that's lunchtime, and I'm usually hungry during this time. So I eat right before, get my energy, and then we're able to start. So you have a good one, Daryl. You have a great time, Laker Nation. Stay safe. Stay wherever you are, and keep going, all right?
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.